Hello everyone, welcome to another stream. I just got to get the audio mixer going because I always mute Taimanin a little bit. Primarily because they keep repeating the same sound effects over and over and over again in the main menu. And it just kind of gets annoying. But yeah, these streams are normally just chill and hang out streams while I play this in the background. So I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know how long the stream is going to go on for, but it's cool. We'll see. Normally, they can range from like 10 minutes to a couple of hours, depending on how much I need to get done, and what the event is. So, hello to anyone that's watching. That's another character that's been max leveled, so now I can go on to the next one. I believe it was... There we go, Ingrid. So yeah, I've been going through and slowly leveling everybody up, getting different costumes, doing different events. We're all good. Sending people out on missions here so I can get more stamina stuff back. And I forgot, I need to actually check and see whether my arena score has been bumped up. See what we got here. Sending out everybody out on different missions. There we go, so we got a bunch of items there. Everybody's just overlapping audio on top of each other. Let's see what that message was for just a moment. Admin room. Okay, is Dragux just randomly posting something? Right, I'll have to read that properly later on. There we go. So we got a bunch of Christmas items for the moment and some gems. There we go. Receive. Make sure I do everything here to mark off these. I need daily quests, items, gacha, craft, and sell. Okay. So, crafting facility. Let's do that. Hello to anyone that's watching. Hope you're alright. Hi, John. Nice to see you there. Let's do this. And then I need to do the gacha. Yeah, I just, I went and delivered Stu's presents there. Because, we needed to deliver him, otherwise he wouldn't have got him for Christmas. So this stream's been slightly delayed, but it's all good. Let's see, I'm going to the wrong areas here. I'm trying to do the gacha and then the store, but the mouse keeps on clicking the wrong one. Oh, excuse me! Oh, okay. So we've got gacha to do. Roll that. And then we've got to sell 10 items. The boobs be calling, Dave. Now, depending on what event they have on, I might actually end up having to go all in on the event in terms of like stamina and stuff. I hope not, because normally they do one for New Year as well. But I guess we'll see. As long as Emily can stop repeating her voice line over and over and over, I'll be happy. How you doing anyway, John? Well, I'm sat here having my coffee. Okay. I'm actually surprised YouTube is turning around and being like, yeah, there's no viewers, when I know that's technically wrong now. Because of you being in chat. Susan's giving me wrong information again. It's like I was going to mention it after the Choo Choo Charles stream. I think I mentioned it a little bit on stream, but the weirdest thing for me recently, like with YouTube, apart from this, was during the Charles stream, we got that many people viewing. Literally, YouTube came up with an automatic thing saying, okay, we're going to start playing ads here now. This is the best place to play ads. Click if you want to play more. And I'm like, whoa, it's never told me to play ads over the top of my own content before. What's going on? You know, so it was really weird. Haven't slept since we talked last night, says John. Dude, you really need to get some sleep at some point. It's not healthy. But of course you already know that. Right, that one I can do again, but I don't need to grind it because I've got the character unless I want to get repeats. The character herself, she's a ranged character, so she does crit damage. Like, maybe, I still want the gems anyway. So what I'll do is, see about the arena and then I'll half in on this. I've still not done the thing. Hey Ion, how you doing? How's things anyway? Oh, I just remembered I didn't collect the arena stuff from last Sunday, so I'm gonna have to go all in on the arena as well and just decimate everything. Already the boober stream, says Ion. I'm getting everything done now because I'll be playing Back for Blood later on. How you doing anyway, Ion? How's Christmas treating you so far? I know you said something about family the other day. About your granddad being in hospital still. I hope everything's alright. Still no power. Oh yeah, because you had a power outage as well. Isn't there something like an Arctic blast meant to isn't there an Arctic blast meant to be hitting the US right now? Sorry, I got distracted then for a moment. I'm like reading John's message, trying to process that in my head, trying to drink at the same time and keep an eye on what's going on screen. My brain was like, dude, you're doing too many things at once. You mean if Back for Blood works, says John. Oh, it works. They've changed quite a few things in it. They seem to have like changed the way the guns work. They've added a new enemy that's really annoying. And we tried playing it on normal last night and it just completely wrecked us, so we got to a point where it kept throwing like infinite specials at us. So not good. So I might end up playing it on easy later with Stu. Ion says, been playing lots of Darktide. Ooh, nice. I've seen you on it. I'm just not bothered to ask about it, especially because like I wanna try and go on it myself, but the thing is I don't think my computer can run it, so I was waiting for it on the Xbox. And then Sean turned around and went, yeah, it's probably going to be only on like the new top end Xbox. I don't really have enough money to afford one of those, so I guess I'm just not going to be playing it. It's good. Yeah, it looks good. I've been watching, well, obviously Ion knows, but Rubik's Raptor, I've been watching his videos on it. They're really funny. I don't know whether, Badger did a video on it or not. I don't think he did. I think maybe I'm getting confused with Rubik's, because they're both equally as fun. Very early Fat Shark game, what? I'm not sure I'm familiar with the wording there, Ion. Rubik's has done like 3 videos, right? Because I've watched all of them. And then his last couple, including the armor mod, was terrain deformation. That was funny. Turning an enemy's frontline base into the Grand Canyon. I love the way I'm talking about this kind of stuff, and we're just completely obliterating everybody in the arena as normal. Having a laugh the other day, I was trying to find out, because of there being still a load of problems with the house that I have to fix up. I was trying to figure out where some of the drafts were coming from. And I've let a couple of people know about it. You know, I've been pretty annoyed because I've been running around like a headless chicken doing quite a lot of things recently, and it's only going to get more crazier in the new year. And I had a laugh because recently I needed to change some stuff up in one of the computer rooms, and I found out the people that had the house before us, they'd had internet installed upstairs, including like either one of the modems that you can attach to the wall or something, like one of the really old ones. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, this room is really cold. What's going on with it? I need to find out where this draft's coming from. It can't be just the window. And I look, and where this router is, or this internet thing on the wall, where it is on the wall, somebody's drilled a hole straight through the wall that's pretty big in terms of diameter. And then they've just fed the wires through and they've not sealed the hole. So there's just a draft coming through this hole in the wall the entire time, and the only reason I even noticed is because of the brightness of the light outside for that point in time. And so you could see the light coming through the hole, and I was just like, ah, okay, that's a problem. So yeah, lots of fun times. We gotta figure out if there's any more places like that around the house. John says, I think the new Xbox is currently around 400. Yeah, no way we can afford that. Ion says, it's missing a lot of stuff and needs optimization. Ah, okay, okay. What I'm gonna do is gonna take another 7 of these? Or maybe 10. Servers aren't so great. I imagine they're gonna be okay for like private games and stuff, because like Rubik's makes it look, you know, like there's hardly anything wrong with it. But then again, that's videos, you know, so it's editing. Hey! First time we see Momochi in battle? Well, that was like 2 seconds and she's gone. Emily is still the unbeaten champion of the arena in terms of automatic DPS. But yeah, Dark Tide definitely looks really fun. It does remind me of like a Left 4 Dead style game. It's the same as what was it, Vermintide? Because Vermintide was exactly the same. Love that outfit, says John. Which one? Whose outfit, John? Here we go, because we can look at all the outfits later on in this anyway. Christmas one on the short blonde. Trying to think. I'll have a look in a moment. Just decimating everyone here. What I'll do is I'll go through the characters in a moment, John, and you can point out which one it is. The third character, or your third character. Oh, wait a minute. Yukikaze. Because we've got Emily on the left, Yukikaze in the center, and then Sakura on the right. The one on the right. Oh, Sakura's one. Yeah, that's one of the summer ones, if I remember rightly, instead of the Christmas one. Hang on. Have a look. Costume. Yeah, it's one of the summer outfits that we can change the color of if we want. But I've just got it in white, I believe, and we can also roll for a different color if we want. The arena battle. We gotta reach 6,000 points. It was on the other player's team. Well, the character or the outfit. Just going through here now, trying to see the outfits. Oh, so it was her Christmas outfit? So her Christmas one is, I believe, that one? I wasn't paying too much attention. I was just letting Emily just decimate everything. Here's where we end up going through like the entire outfit list now. It was something like that. Okay, so let's go through all the character outfits for Christmas and find out which one it was. We got store, costumes. So the stuff that we don't have, we've got Asagi's one here, which is Red Hood Holiday. Then we've got Immortal Evergreen for Murasaki. That looks like a Christmas tree. Hi, Easton! Then we've got Year Santa for Sue. The Quiet Elf for... Oh, who's this again? I can't remember the... No, was it Noah? I remember the last name. And then, for the new ones here, We've got Holy Mother for Shiranui. And then we have Christmas Pyro for Maika, which looks pretty cool. Might get that one because it increases her crit damage. And then other Christmas outfits. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show any of the other Christmas outfits. Damn. Normally they have like an entire stock of them, but I think I need to look at them all, because like we've got Yukikaze's one, it's pretty cool. Then we've got, who else? We've looked at most of these so far. Rinko's one. I think when you go into Rinko's selection, you got that one there, that's pretty cool. I like the Christmas outfits, because they actually look really neat. Karune, did she have a Christmas outfit? Some of them don't, you see? Yeah, Karune didn't have one. Oboro. Oboro has one. They keep on updating different animations and stuff for the characters. Did Asuka have one? No, she didn't. Ingrid. Hey, Ingrid had one. That looks pretty nice. I like the headdress there. It kind of reminds me of Knights. That's another reminder I actually need to go on Knights again, because I always do that at Christmas. Astaroth. Hey, Astaroth has one. I didn't actually know she had one, but oh, it's a limited time one. Okay, okay. That I actually really do like that one. That's pretty neat. Fuma. She doesn't have one. Shizuru. Didn't expect to get a nosebleed, says John. Shizuru has one, and some other little details which aren't on any of her other skins, I believe. Hang on. Oh, it's covered up, that's why. Because we've not seen around this sort of area from her before, so that's interesting. That one's a new one that was done for, I believe, Halloween? Felicia. Yeah, she doesn't have one yet, because I'm assuming they'll do Halloween costumes for everybody, right? That's not one. And then the last one, which is Sora. Yeah, Sora's not got one. That one isn't a Christmas outfit, but it is pretty cool. I want to try getting that one. And then, obviously, we've got we can get Momochi eventually, but Anna Rose is still the paid package, which we can't get. You know, they're being nasty with that kind of thing. And then, of course, we've got the slightly censored outfit for it's not Karune. Let's have a look. For Kirara, sorry. Because Kirara's outfit is censored in the thumbnail, but isn't censored in game. Because you can see it there. They've censored the top portion, so it's got like a black stocking on there. But then when you look at here, it's not censored. And the whole point of this limited package is it's there we go. It's censored on the thumbnail, but then not censored on the artwork, including her actual character art, which looks pretty neat. I like that. That's cool. But then, again, it's the whole thing of we keep mentioning about how they do the packs and stuff. It's pretty crazy how you're shelling out, if you want them at least anyway, you're shelling out up to like $40 to get just the event stuff there, so you don't miss out. Let's do hard mode here first. I just realized I should have used a stamina thing. We'll do that in a bit. The devs know what they're doing. Indeed they do. I'm just having a good laugh because they still keep the censored stuff in, even if it's just by accident. I just remembered I'm not the strongest at the moment, so I need to go back and make sure I have the right buffs. But yeah, we're playing manually with the controller here just so I can do the harder difficulty. Oh, come on now. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Trying to avoid attacks there so I can get all the gems, and instead I'm getting hit and then not unable to heal. Ah, there we go. I gotta stay in the healing field. And that's not working. The reason why I'm not the strongest at the moment is because I was leveling up one of the other characters from one of the previous events. So I'm slightly nerfed here. Because I should be outputting way more damage than I actually am. What I'll do is I'll change it up in a moment. Your buffs are messed up. Yeah, I don't have all of them on. Essentially, whenever a new character comes out, normally I like trying to maximize the affinity gauge with them by leveling them. Basically, all that is just taking them out on missions. By doing that, eventually you get free gems for using them. The problem is you have to be... Well, you have to have that character equipped to gain the levels for them, so it means you're essentially nerfing your character. And I still have a nerf from the previous run. Because normally Emily would just decimate anything here. For some reason that boss had like a good couple of seconds worth of iframes there. Not entirely sure why, but... Come on, he should have been dead by now. Oh, he's got an attack and a defense buff by the look of his icons at the top of his health bar. Oh. Come on now. There we go, we're good. Now the question is, did I meet the requirements? I think I did. Let's find out. Yeah, I did. So now what we'll do is we'll buff the character. What I need to do is I need to go to characters, Emily, what is it? Not costume, supporters. And I need to change out that for... Where is she? It's the only problem when you've not been on in a while. Trying to figure out where all your characters are that do massive amounts of range damage. 30% ranged attacks damage. Okay, that's going to be cool. John. Let's see. So I've got, what is it? Crit damage of all attacks. Crit ranged attacks. So yeah, all I need is something to increase range again. I can either use the one that's on Micah at the moment that's a level 5. That does 30% damage. Or let's see. I swear there was a couple of better ones that I had. That were either ultimate or super rare. Oh. 36% crit damage. Or where's the other one? I think it's here. That one. Crit damage by 32. Okay, so maybe the other one then. I'll find her again now. There we go. Crit damage of range attacks by 36%. So that should give me a little bit more damage now. And then also we've got a... Because I said I wanted to get as many of these events done to get the... Or rather, as many of these levels done as possible to get the gems. So you can see how close we are from getting Momochi. Let's go in here a little bit. So we'll do 10 of those. That'll net me a little bit more stamina. And then we can get everything done here. Oh, wrong one. So it takes 9 stamina each time to do one of these missions. But we've got plenty, so we should be good. And this should allow me to more or less breeze through this now. Don't know why Emily wasn't moving there for the moment, but it's fine. John, for some strange reason, Susan censored you there. I like the way we are actually, in fact, breezing through this now. Just as planned. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's just mad because she isn't one. I won't censor it later on. Okay. That kills almost everything in the area. And then we just gotta kill the boss when he comes out. Which I think I might be able to do with increased crit damage. Here we go, let's see what happens. It's one of the snake ladies, that's fine. Now hopefully, this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, there we go. There's a difference between using that without the crit damage improvement, and or the crit damage buff, and then doing it with there and just blowing everything away pretty easy. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot in this one the pool area for the school's frozen over because of it being Christmas. Oh, go on now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So use my buff there and see whether that'll get us through this a little bit quicker. I'm just going to keep moving to avoid enemy attacks. Question is, when is the boss going to come in and what's the boss going to be? Because I think this one may be a another proper character instead of a monster. It's going to be the next wave after this. Oh, there's always like 4 or so waves and then the boss. I believe this mission's going to be pretty short. Do you ever use her main guns? Says John. The 2 big Gatling guns that are attached to her like anti-grav wheelchair that she's got. She only really uses them in specials, unfortunately. It'd be cool if she did use them, but she just uses the gun turtle instead from Prison Battleship. Ah, there we go. For some strange reason, Vampire Kirara is going to be the boss. That's fine. I say that, and then we end up taking off at least. I'm going to say at least half a health, pretty much straight away. And she's going to be down in a moment. There we go. Yeah, no, for the most part, sorry. Emily uses the gun turtle from Prison Battleship just because it's convenient. Ah, I'm breaking my neck there on stream because I was having a coffee. Whoa. That moment, I start out a level and I'm already getting shot at. The anti-grav magic on that vampire wore off with the massive crushed her own spine. Oh crap. Yeah, some of the character designs are pretty ridiculous. Hi Corsa, nice to see you. How are you doing? Oh. I'm okay. Have you been up to anything good? Oh. I've not seen you in a while, so I think I'll engage with everybody. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Same to you. Define good. Have you been doing anything exciting? Have you been playing any good games? I'm not going to press for any details, obviously, but I'm existing. Okay, so that's good in its own. Oh. As usual, it's nice to see you. Playing Mech Warrior 5 a lot. Oh, nice. Are you enjoying it? I'm assuming you are by the whole thing if you're playing it a lot. GBO2's been annoying me. It's been annoying quite a lot of people. That's just GBO2 in a nutshell. Mech Warrior 5 is great. Woo, sweet. What is it with vampire enemies in a Christmas event here? It's kind of weird. I'm gonna do a buff. Oh. I have no clue why that attack follows me, but I have a feeling I don't want to get hit by it. Yeah, GBO2 is still annoying people so many years after launch, including the Steam community that still can't get their hands on it. Managed to get another OG Gundam made by my favourite artist, so that's a plus. Oh, nice! What's the Gundam design then? Is it based on anything? Sky says, Merry something or other. Hi Sky, nice to see you again. Nice to see everybody as usual. Can I link it? On YouTube, no. In Discord, if you're on there, then yes. The only reason I say no on YouTube is because Susan is pretty annoying about that and won't allow links. She'll just auto-censor them straight away. Because what I can do is with Discord, as long as she tags me, I can just look at it in a bit when I'm not actually trying to avoid attacks and stuff. Oh, crap. How's Christmas going for everybody so far? Anyway, I know, you know, it's that whole thing of... It's early, it's still the 24th technically, well, over here at least anyway. It's the run-up to Christmas. Everybody's getting ready and either taking presents to people at last minute or doing last minute shopping, you know, or at least quite a lot of people are. But I imagine everybody's getting settled down and waiting for tomorrow. Honestly, can't wait to just relax. Christmas is normally a time for me where I don't do like any work or anything in terms of like 3D or anything else. So normally I just spend until like New Year doing nothing. It's just nice relaxing with family. Oh, come on now. Sky says, "Ooh, holidays are pretty calm so far. Got to clean the house up a bit for my grandmother. She'll be sleeping over." It's always nice just like at this time of year, just having family members come visit, especially if you've not seen them in a while. At the moment, the way things are going for me, I can't really have all the family over. At least a couple of them are in hospital due to various different reasons, so not nice. Ooh. Can I avoid the... I was trying to get behind whatever that wave of poison was there, and instead I got hit by it a couple of times. Hi, Classic! Oh, here's Felicia. Felicia in a summer dress in the middle of winter, wielding a scythe, because you know. Hope everything's going okay for you today, Classic. Oh. Come on now. There we go. I'm still debating on on whether I should go all in on my last big Christmas present that I want to get myself. It's like, because it's one of those things where I've mentioned it on previous streams. It's like, I don't like looking at something and being like, I want it, and then not getting it, and then years later finding out that it's like 5 times the price that it should be, and me trying to get hold of it then. So yeah, I'm wondering whether I should dive in on it or just leave it and try and resist. Oh. Draco Scorpio says, hello, Merry Christmas everyone. Merry Christmas. Hope everybody's enjoying the beginning of the holidays so far. Let's let Emily do this because it's on easy, so... Because it's on easy, I should be able to just let her do this on her own. Especially because I've got it fully buffed out. I'm going to need to put the light on in a little bit because the face tracking's being funny when I put the mug for coffee in front of my face there. This guy says, started playing a D&D game with friends based on... That's not going to work, Jen. Might want to put the other one on. we have 2 main lights in the living room, like some small side lights and some big ones. The bigger ones are better for the face tracking. Thank you very much, Jen. Guys, has been playing D&D based on Build Divers. So pulled an old design and I drew in high school for it. Ooh, interesting. Put my PS4 back in, trying to make some cool looking Gundams. What, on GB3 or NGB? Because either way you can make some cool looking stuff. It just depends on like features and stuff. GB3. Okay. What's NGB? New Gundam Breaker. The one that came after GB3. okay, the joke went over the top of my head then, and I just got it when it was repeated there. And then Susan censored Corsair there. Let's uncensor him. Oh. The one that didn't do so well because they dropped the ball with it. Or as Sky was getting at with the joke. NGB? Question mark? Oh, it does get treated harshly, but if only because of how massive the difference in gameplay it was compared to the previous one. But of course, that's valid. You know. I still stand by the whole thing, and I think I went in a little bit too hard on it. But at the same time, it's like all the points were valid. It's like a lot of things recently when I've been looking back at stuff and being like, you know what? I think I went in a little bit too hard on this thing, but... You know, it's the benefit of hindsight. You know, you can look back and say, maybe I was on point, or maybe I was a little bit off. Corsa says, no, you didn't go too hard on it. It's a crap game. It's definitely not one that I would have bought for full price, let's put it that way. I'll be nice and say, like, I wouldn't have bought it for full price. I didn't, which is funny. But it's, at its base, like, if you're paying, like, under $10 for it now, it's fun to play with friends. Primarily because then you don't have that whole problem of spending so much on something that definitely isn't worth it. Like, I've been going through this quite a lot recently with all my thoughts. It's shower thoughts, dude, says John. Maybe not so much, like, you can have a difference in perspective as time goes on, you know. Or you can change your thoughts based on, you know, or your opinions based on certain things. Like, I agree that it's not really a good game compared to the previous one. But on its own, if it was released at a lower price point, I don't think we would have had such a negative reaction to it. You know, like, instead of releasing it for, like, say, $60 with how buggy it was on launch, if they'd released it for, say, like, 20 or less, they wouldn't have had that much, like, they wouldn't have had that crazy amount of feedback saying this is utter terrible. And I think that's a fair thing to say, you know. It's that whole deal with games currently, especially AAA ones, is that whole deal of everybody slowly realizing that the AAA scene is ridiculous in terms of pricing, and you're always going to get issues with things. So that's why they turned to indies. And I feel like New Gundam Breaker goes through that whole thing of just, it could have been okay, or at least a little bit better received, if the company wasn't expecting you to pay full, you know, full bill for it. I think that's fair. Especially because we did streams previously, or videos like Dragugs and Stealth, where we were actually enjoying ourselves on multiplayer, when we were actually unlocking stuff. You know, so it's not that it isn't... It's not a game that's completely unplayable. That's just absolutely terrible and nobody can play it because it's that bad. But I still stand by the whole thing of, it still doesn't hold up compared to GB3 because of the versatility and the customization and the way that everything flows in GB3 compared to NGB. You know, I think that's fair to say. Oh hey, new artwork in the background there? That's cool. I don't know whether that's fan art or not. Sent it in the Mech channel, says Corsair. We'll have a look in a moment while Emily's decimating everything. Give me a sec. Let's check here. I also got tagged in art, so I'm just clicking. Oh, that was it. Wait, what? If it's in the Mecha channel. Oh, somebody tagged me for High New Phoenix. Oh, I saw this the other day. I saw this the other day, if it's the one the correct one. That looks really, really cool. It's a mixture of the High New, the Unicorn Phoenix. And there's a couple of other inspirations there that I'm looking at. Maybe the Akatsuki. And maybe, what is it, the Scramble Gundam? Let's see if I'm right. If I go to the Mecha channel here, have I been tagged in that too? Oh yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, I saw this the other day while browsing. That's really cool, that. Damon says, how's your Christmas Eve going? It's going fine, thank you very much, Damon. Hope you're doing alright. Classic says, Merry Christmas, but also about Auto FM YouTube. I think it's not going to do much to sound well. The music they're using for YouTube is AI music. Wait, what? The Akatsuki, yes. Yeah, the head of the suit looked or reminded me like the Akatsuki. Sky says, it's really sad that GB3 is a game that is good enough to warrant importing from overseas. Going through hoops to get it from China or anywhere else like that would be a good reason on its own to keep using. GB3 in general, I think, is one of those games where it's that good that it's definitely worth the fuss going for, but I think a lot of you are probably already thinking or have thought about it at one point, saying, well, if it's really that good, they should make it easier for us to get it overseas. Or maybe just go ahead and translate all 3 games into proper English, you know, and release them over here rather than us having problems importing, you know. Or even just release the subtitled ones over here, you know. Or release it on PC, because everybody has said that at one point. You know, put them all on Steam. How are you doing anyway today, Damon? Sky says the PS4, whereas NGB makes us question the price tag on PC. Yeah, they keep being nasty about that on PC. It's awkward because it's hardly ever on sale, and when it is, it's like a really rare occurrence. I'd play it if it's in the original JP sub, says Damon. Yeah, it's that whole thing of just importing it, because you can either get it from Amazon or PlayAsia. I've not been on PlayAsia in ages. I might have to go have a look and see what they've got. Can't remember. I think the last game I imported from PlayAsia was Dead or Alive Extreme 3 for a laugh. It was either that or Gundam Breaker 3. I think it was one or the other. I can't remember which one came out first. I'm doing alright, says Damon. Oh, nice. What I normally like doing around about Christmas is, and it's going to sound really crazy and kind of creepy, but don't get the context wrong. I like looking at Christmas lights, because obviously they're all pretty, they're all shiny. So sometimes what we'll do is, or I used to do with my parents is, we'll just go around town just having a laugh and seeing what everybody's Christmas lights are like. And occasionally I'll do that in my own car. I'll just go, you know, for a quick drive and just see what everybody's Christmas lights are like. Because some people go absolutely crazy and put like an entire Christmas grotto in the front yard. It's always fun to see something like that. But yeah, it's nice seeing all the lights out, even if there is an energy crisis going on. Plastic says, my family does that too. Ooh, nice. I'm going to start watching the best Batman movie, Batman Forever, says Damon. Corsa says, so who else is pumped about Armored Core 6? Unfortunately, I can't be pumped about AC6, and my whole reason for it is, of course, I'm excited that it's finally been announced properly, but I've explained it a couple of times on Discord, saying like, look, I can't get super hyped up over CGI, and the reason for that, it makes me sound terrible through text, but at least you can hear my voice here, so you can tell, you know, or, yeah, you can tell more easily how I'm feeling and whether I'm joking around or not. But the reason why I can't get so hyped about it at the moment is because there's no gameplay. You know, it's just a CGI trailer, so there's a glimpse there of what they would like to do. But because for me, it's been, you know, like a decade since we got anything AC related, and because I personally didn't enjoy AC5 or Verdict Day properly, I feel like, for me, I need to see more gameplay, or at least I need to see some gameplay to judge it on, so that I can decide whether I'm going to get hyped about it or not. You see everybody else, like the Dark Souls community, trying to jump on the bandwagon now and be like, oh, AC game, can't wait, because, you know, it's from Software. Where were these people when, you know, back in the day when From was doing either only AC games, or were doing really weird and obscure games like Ninja Blade or Metal Wolf Chaos, you know? I feel like a lot of those people are trying to jump on the bandwagon. I'm not saying you can't do that. You know, it just feels a little bit funny to an older fan of FromSoft that it's like there are all these new people jumping on now and being like, oh, this is amazing, this is going to be the best thing ever, it's going to be like the next Souls game, and it's like, guys, it doesn't play anything like that. It's a mech game through and through, a third-person action game with machinery in, and you're not going to get that Dark Souls experience that you're after. Maybe in terms of difficulty, but it depends, you know. But yeah, I'll get more hyped. Like, you guys will see me if I'm genuinely hyped or excited. You'll see that out of me if the show is actual gameplay, which is normally a rare thing for AC. Normally they don't release too much gameplay before the game drops. But it's like anything, you know, you learn to temper your expectations with things and not get too excited, because, like with NGB as a good example, you don't want to get overly excited and then just be absolutely burned by your purchase. So you learn to kind of step back a little bit and just wait on things and see how well it goes. So that's kind of the position I'm in at the moment, of being like, sweet, we actually get something again, and it's not related to any of the other games. It's going to be interesting seeing where this goes, what the story is, you know, whether it's the same story that they keep telling over and over again with AC, or if it's anything different, whether it's as hard as, say, Last Raven. You know, for anybody that's familiar with AC, you'll know what I'm referencing. But it's like, I'm hoping now that because there's more people that enjoy FromSoft stuff, I'm hoping that, yeah, it does sell well and we get a load of people on board and it's really fun. You know, I'm hoping for that sort of experience for everybody, just as like a mecha fan. But it's, again, it's just, because we've had so many years of it being basically a meme or vaporware, you know, kind of like with Duke Nukem Forever, where that was vaporware for ages, or Final Fantasy VII's remake. It was all kind of up in the air. Nobody knew if it was going to come out or not, and they kept teasing stuff over and over again. There was news articles trying to push things to get clicks, saying, you know, like, oh, it's coming out, it's this year, or there's a new one in development. Because we've had that for 10 years, that's another reason why I'm kind of so guarded at the moment with it. Because I think part of me is like, wait a minute, this isn't a meme anymore? This is actually happening? I'm still kind of suspicious here, you know, so yeah, I think it's a little bit of that too for me. Which is understandable. Ingrid, my wife, who says Corsair. Let's see what everybody else says there, because I kind of just went off on one, and then we'll catch up with chat while Felicia's getting wrecked here by Emily. Sky says, I get that feeling. Honestly, I'm glad there are more people taking interest in the game. Indeed. Sky also follows up with, I expect that with how much From grew as a brand from like Souls-like games. Yeah, they grew a lot from doing Souls games, to which a lot of AC fans were really salty because they were just like, dude, we're not getting any AC games, we're just getting Souls games. You know, what's going on here? So, let's have a look. I'll keep reading through here. Last Raven made me mad, says Corsair. Potentially because of the branching story or the difficulty, or... Sky says, on my side, I can't not be hyped. It's the first AC game in 10 years. My expectations are simply build mech, pilot mech. I mean, that's like the most basic sort of expectations to have for a mech game. I don't mean to sound terrible there. You know, it's... The worst part is, some parts of what I say sound really snooty and really sort of like, oh, I'm expecting this, and if it's not that, then it's not good. It's not that. I think it's more... Not that I'm jaded, and it's not that I hate AC. It's more the whole thing, again, it's just like trying to properly sort of express my concerns while also being like, no, I'm excited. I really am excited. Just, I think them doing the basics in terms of just, you can build a mech, they need to do more. You know, which they obviously will do, or at least you'd hope they would. But just, I can't get hyped simply for another mech builder, because we've already had that quite a lot recently. If not with AC, from like Mecha Knight's Nightmare, Mass Builder. Mass Builder is ridiculous for mech building, as you guys have seen me cover in the past. So, they need to reclaim the title that they had, or at least that everybody gave them, of the king of mech games, you know. That's where I'm coming from with it. Damon says, like Day of the Dragons, wait till the game comes out before getting hyped in case it's trash. Indeed, indeed. Did you ever try the release trailer Duke Nukem Forever, Dave? Oh, the new one that everybody's... Well, it's not the new one. The 2001 version of the game that everybody's been covering recently. There was a leak about it ages ago. The version that was released from E3. That was very broken. And I was going to play that. I think I downloaded it. I was going to play that on the stream for you guys ages ago and then just didn't. I don't know why. But yeah, there's the obvious remastered now that's put everything a little bit more polished out there, and that's going to be pretty cool to mess around with. I haven't tried it yet, but it's going to be interesting to eventually try that. I watched Modern Vintage Gaming cover it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I could probably get that, so... I hope to try that at some point and see what it's like, because that E3 demo is legendary, you know. It's like, I think, between that and maybe the Doom 3 one, and then the Halo 2 one as well, because Halo 2's original E3 2003 video was really damn good, and then it didn't turn anything out like that. Or rather, sorry, I did that sentence wrong. It didn't turn out like that. Just those three trailers, man, they're legendary. Sky says, my hopes for this game is that it would have been a successful game by the company because this is the one game that is divisive to the franchise. If it bombs, AC dies. Oh, totally. Totally. Like, the thing is, I didn't mention it in my, or at least I don't think I mentioned it too much in my own video when I covered AC6. But I definitely, like, from the video, I got the whole sort of vibe from the way that it was done and the way that they presented it. I definitely got the vibe from it of, this is the last shot we've got. We've taken a little bit of inspiration from Dune, and you can kind of tell with the way that they've presented it again and the wording that they've used and some of the way that some of the scenes are shot. It's like, okay, we're going to reboot again. We're going to take inspiration from Dune, and this is the last shot we've got. Because if we don't have it, then AC's never going to come back. That's the feeling I got from it. It's like, it's not like AC5, where it came off the back of AC4, and it didn't really need to prove itself as much as it just needed to sell. With this, it's like, you haven't sold in 10 years. Because you've not made a game in 10 years. Everybody's used to Souls games now. You're going back to one of your main classic franchises that you haven't touched. This is going to be interesting. You know, I feel like, yeah, it's very warranted saying that this is potentially a make or break of them saying, look, we're testing the waters, we're going to bring this back as best as we can. If this doesn't work, nothing will. You know, so that's another reason why I'm kind of tempering my expectations, because it's exciting to see that kind of situation, but it's also terrifying because it means that, yeah, you could potentially see the death of AC for a second time, and the reason why I say that is because, over the past 10 years, nobody expected another AC game. Like, it genuinely was a meme to fans, and you really had to be a pretty good, well, a pretty big fan to realize that it wasn't just people joking, to actually know that, yeah, this is a meme, you know. Damon says, yeah, Gearbox killed Duke Nukem Forever. It's Randy, man. Randy and his greasy tactics, you know, or rather his greasy way of dealing with things, and his weird magic tricks that he does. Like leaving USBs with suspicious information at bars. Apparently. I'm not sure whether that's true, but if it is, that's really disturbing. Corso says, Last Raven negatives. No up intensify for players, but all the bosses had it. It seemed like they seemed to get debuffed a lot, while enemy ACs felt like they were overpowered as hell. Yeah, that was the first real taste of, like, difficulty that I think AC players had. You know, and then that carried forwards to the Dark Souls games. So all these Dark Souls players are like, oh, it's super hard. It's like, have you played Last Raven? You know. Parts being unbalanced and literally only a handful were useful, which limited the playstyle. Last Raven is definitely interesting, but it's not for the faint of heart. It's not the first AC game that I would recommend to people and be like, oh yeah, you should totally play this. You know, like how Gearbox ruins everything. Borderlands 3. Oh. Borderlands, man. Oh, don't even get me started on that series. I'll end up being moody again. I'm worried for Homeworld 3, says Corsair. So am I. So am I. Gearbox only ruined Borderlands so far. No, they kind of did the same with Half-Life by messing around with the lore and everything for Opposing Force and Blue Shift. They genuinely weren't that well received, and they also kind of screwed the original Halo 1 port for PC. Because they didn't bother messing around or fixing any of certain files that they were given. So they ended up with like beta character models and ugly shaders and everything on the PC version. If I remember rightly, the only thing that they did do for the PC version was include netcode to be played over the internet, but even then the netcode was terrible. You know, so yeah, it's pretty messed up. I've had discussions about this before with you guys, though, how I'm not particularly a fan of Randy just because of how he screws everything, including Aliens Colonial Marines. I won't let that one go. Even if AC6 is bad, I hope they don't shelve it for another decade. I don't know. I feel like that literally might be the case if it doesn't get well received. Let's see what's going on here, because it's like I figure out this is the time that they want to, you know, mix things up a little bit and change to see if people receive it well. I don't necessarily agree with them changing after they've got a formula that they know that works, but it's what it is, you know. So Dragux says, Death of AC for a second time. Well, necromancy is a thing FromSoft is good with. Not necessarily. Tell that to Kingsfield. Gearbox is going to kill Risk of Rain as well, says Dragux. Not seen the new one. Sky says, lack of op-eye didn't so much nerf players as it forced them to not rely on it. It did reduce the amount of viable designs, though. Damon says, Gearbox is kind of bad. You're right, it's Randy. It's all Randy, man. Like, if you look into all the stories behind Randy and how he manages things and stuff, it's a mess. Like, I don't want to... I run the risk of sounding more like Moody every second here. I'd just go and get Moody off mic for a moment if that's the case, but like... Seriously, like, all the stuff to do with Randy, when you look up all the stories, it is a wonder how he's even still in the industry. I know it's like, he's technically the lead of Gearbox, so he can't lose his position there. It's like, dude, how are you still in business? You know. Dragon says, on the bright side, at least Last Raven had some designs that worked versus 4 and 4A's Speed is Life builds. I don't know, I feel like the Speed is Life thing was only for multiplayer meta with 4. Because you still can just run a load of different builds. Classic says, how's the weather there? It dropped -10 outside here. It's snowing. We've had the Arctic blast already. I think we're getting the tail end from America, or we will be eventually. Over here, it's not so bad so far. It's been raining a little bit, so all the snow's gone, all the ice is gone. So we're just kind of getting usual British weather at the moment. Slightly overcast, slightly rainy. Not too bad. And it's I don't think it's in the minuses at the moment. I think it's in the low digits. You have to check that out. Sky says, Oppa was and could actually be matched in several cases by doing proper mech design. Oh. Forgot about Colonial Marines, says Damon, and then the chat's cut off for a moment. Yeah, Colonial Marines I'll never forgive Randy on, primarily just because of knowing about Colonial Marines since it was originally shown off in a PS2 magazine in, I think, 2005, 2006? Yeah, there, Jen. Oh yeah, that Jen's right. That isn't another reason as to why I don't trust anything that's just trailers now, and that's primarily because of Colonial Marines. Because I was overly hyped for Colonial Marines, and then it turned out to be a massive mess. Dragux says, here's hoping they put co-op in, though. Apparently it's been confirmed that there is no co-op in AC6, but I don't know who's confirmed that. I just read it literally this morning on Twitter, I think. It's been replaced in my head by Fireteam Elite, says Damon. Fireteam Elite is so good. Gonna turn into Civvy. The thing is, I think I kind of parrot some stuff that Civvy and G-Man say about Randy, but it's only because of the simple fact of it's true, you know, in terms of like how slimy Randy can be. Dragon says, it's the same with how Games Workshop let Matt Ward destroy the franchise, to a degree, with his Grey Knights. I don't know that much about 40k now, so I wouldn't know too much about that, but if you can explain it to me, then by all means. 20 degrees here in Houston, Texas, says Corsair. I need to know the... Like, I'm gonna figure out with a neat little machine quickly what the actual temperature is inside our house at the moment, because it's been pretty crazy with the Arctic blast hitting us. Let's see... I'm gonna take a reference reading. You'll hear beeping. That'll be me taking the actual reading of the temperature in here. Okay, 20 degrees behind my computer. Let's see. About 18. The reason why I do it that way with the mechanical checker there is primarily because you can't always go off a temperature gauge. So if you hear any beeping, that's me literally with a digital gun thing that like reads the temperature of the surface that it hits. It's pretty neat. Dragok says, in terms of Grey Knights and everything in 40k, he basically turned them into his private, my faction is the best faction, made them so stupidly overpowered compared to the normals, and also the Blueberries got his love too. Ultramarines aren't that bad, it's just the more thing of the colour scheme for them is iconic. You know, they've been displayed in a lot of media for 40k, that's why they're popular, but also because of the whole deal with having to mess around with Tyranid invasion like every other day. That and having to replenish most of your your army because it got completely decimated by Tyranids previously is obviously crazy. Just thinking of the drawing of the Gundam I designed in high school, says Sky. Ooh, nice. I'll look at that in a bit. At least Space Marine 2 is coming next year, says John. That will be interesting to see what that's like, because I think I saw a little bit of the gameplay recently and was like, okay, I can get behind this, you know. Classic says, just making coffee, need to warm up, need to make power coffee. I had coffee before, it's always good just to get a nice warm drink in this type of weather. Oh, just not gonna have too much coffee, because otherwise you won't go to sleep. That's why I'm on decaf at the moment, because I've already had, I think, like 3 cups of normal. It's like, what I'll normally try and do is not have coffee after dinner, and just have, like, decaf or tea instead. And, I think it was the other day I had 5 cups of normal coffee before it even reached lunch, and I was like, okay, this is crazy. Oh. But yeah, I'm a bit of a demon when it comes to coffee in terms of drinking it. I blame Moody for that one because he really loves coffee. That's why I made the Dreadnought on Mass Builder, and Ultramarines are iconic, but I still can't stand them. Depends, man, like, I think the reason why I'm a little bit defensive about Ultramarines is because literally they're the same army that I run. It's like, I run Ultramarines just because I liked the colour, you know, and then I just learned a little bit more about the lore, and I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. But I've not played 40k or really read anything about it since, like, I'm gonna say 2004. So it's like, I get the odd bit of, like, lore videos on YouTube, and that's about it. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned with Ultramarines, like, the only thing that I know is obviously keeping back a load of different hive fleets from the Ultramar system, and that's it. And obviously my chapter master, or former chapter master, I think, before Gilliman apparently came back and took over. Marnius Calgar having dual power fists with storm bolters attached to them, and then they made him a Primaris? What? That's nuts! I wouldn't have thought about that like 10 or so years ago. It's like, we'll just make him a Primaris. He's already OP, but we'll make him a Primaris for a laugh. Let's see. From Mission 3 remake is coming 2023. Hyped about that. It's the only reason I got a Switch. I've still got the original version of that I need to play. Bolt Gun is going to be good. Even though it looks like a Doom 2 WAD pack. I'm still interested in playing that one. Just because, yeah, it looks interesting. Oh, dude, did we stay on for when we did... Oh, the server did a reset. So yeah, that's neat. So the server did a reset, and because of that, we we got some of the items and ooh, daily quests. So we can do the daily quests here and get items. We'll do that because I want to do all these Christmas present things. And why isn't it letting me scroll? There we go. I love the way it's like complete Taimanin in VR once. It's really hard to do that. Yeah, in terms of like lore and everything, the one problem I have with 40k at the moment, obviously because I've not dipped into it for ages, is the rewriting potentially of the Legion of the Damned, one of the Space Marine factions that was supposedly originally supposed to be designed almost like the undead version of, or yeah, more or less like the undead version of the SAS. Which is just a really cool idea, and instead now it's basically up in the air as to whether they're Chaos Demons or not. It's like, wait, what? Let's see. Dailies, because then I can get the other stuff done. Oh my god, yes, I can farm gold. Can we just do that? Sky says, the Gundam I drew has inspiration from the Arbalest. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Like right now while Emily's doing this. Hey Dave, the newest map core contest winners were released for Proteus. These levels are insane. Ooh. I heard they want to change the Sisters of Battle, says Damon. Wait, what? You can easily make your own chapter based around the SAS, says John. Nice. It's just the way that Legion were portrayed. You know, like, the reason why I say SAS is primarily because, like, Legion, the way when you read some of the earlier stories for Legion, then it's kind of similar, you know, in terms of, like, it's this mysterious group that come out of nowhere, obliterate everything, and then just vanish again. They're full of, like, secrecy and stuff, and I'm like, okay, that sounds really cool. I'm looking at this Gundam now. Oh yeah, it does look like the Arbalest. Quite a lot of the main core of it looks like it. And the shoulders a little bit. The main core, definitely. Let's see what the meme is here. People thinking AC6 will be like Elden Ring, where literally every AC is like weight limit, speed, energy at 30%, ammo depleted, energy at 30%, FCS lock, yep. Use left arm weapon, watch the radiator temperature, yep. So much stuff. Like, Souls fans are going to have such a laugh if they come into it thinking it's just going to be a roller attack thing, but with mechs, it's like, no, there's so much other technical stuff that you have to watch out for. You know, you have to juggle quite a lot of things. Dragrick says, gonna have to disappear, gotta run errands for family. We'll be back later on, but the stream might be over. Take care, Dave and everyone. Thank you very much, Dragux. Take care. What is Taimanin, says Siphon? Oh, hey, Siphon. Oh, anybody want to explain Taimanin to Siphon in chat? John says, sounds more like Grey Knights. I've probably already read that message. But yeah, so some of the earlier stuff for Legion is literally like, the idea is that the original chapter is supposed to go missing in space in the warp. And then they're not seen ever again. And then you start getting weird sort of notifications from like different battlefields showing like warriors in similar armor to the original chapter before they became Legion, and they're just appearing randomly and destroying everything. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's family-friendly ninjas. Oh, it's definitely interesting, Siphon. It's interesting, alright. This stream or these streams are normally a trap to see who knows about it and who doesn't. Which normally has me just laughing at the end of the day with who does and who doesn't know about Taimanin. Let's see, I've almost got enough. Have you seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It's not that. So, yeah, it's by the same company that's done, like, 3 other different H things, but this is just the non-H version. 2 of the other Taimanin games are actually on Steam as demos, but the demos end in like the first 2 minutes because apparently they've been banned from Steam because of the content in them. Like, the funny thing is, Jen, didn't you say that you got one of yours on Steam that was worse? You don't have to say much about it, it's just it's worse, right?
It's worse and it has an interesting way to get around.
Oh, was that the one where you got a patch? Do you want me to explain it? Because they won't be able to hear you through my microphone here.
Making sure you remember it's the first 2 levels. Just hardly anything. It's really kind of like, okay, this is weird, funny.
And then you download the patch, right?
You downloaded the DLC.
Oh, that was it. The DLC, the free DLC.
Which actually is.
Okay. So yeah, I'll explain that. So yeah, Jen plays a lot of stuff. I mean, we've mentioned this before, right? In terms of the stuff that I've watched or admitted to watching or playing online, you know, the stuff that I've explained about is pretty tame compared to any of the stuff that Jen has been interested in. To which Jen has this one game that she got where like the beginning of the game, like the first 2 levels are on Steam, and there's nothing wrong with them. And then you can download, like, the rest of the game, which is supposed to be DLC, and it gets a lot worse. You know. It's nuts. Dragok says, ding ding ding, Lilith Studios. Yeah, Lilith produced this. It's, Lilith do a lot of different things, but it's this, I think Kuroino. Prison Battleship. Tentacle Witches, and I think there's a couple more that they've done. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but yeah, it's pretty nuts. But again, I've said this plenty of times. Like, Damon's just got censored by Susan for it, but I'll uncensor it. It's that whole story again that I have to keep repeating to everybody, where everybody goes, "Dave, you're terrible. You are." It's like, no. I'm not the one that's bad. You think this stuff is bad? Oh boy. You know, I'm looking at Jen's Steam list and I'm like, it's that whole joke of, you know, like, normally it's the woman that goes red in the face, like, if they're either embarrassed or upset at the guy admitting something like this. Instead, it's me doing that to Jen, you know.
It's great because you can tell people in real life and only their best friend.
Yeah, nobody else believes Jen in real life either. Yeah, whenever Jen mentions this, nobody believes her. Or whenever I say it, nobody believes me or remembers. You know, it's just like, wait, what? And then we'll bring it up in conversation again, and it's like, no, seriously, I'm not exaggerating, you know. Siphon says, I kind of figured as much. It's scantily clad ladies on stream. Classic says, got done making breakfast for the family. French eggs, bacon, and waffles are so good. What's your favourite breakfast, Moody? Ooh. Jen, what do you reckon my favourite breakfast is?
Anything with bacon.
Anything with bacon? Okay, so, what do you reckon, Jen? French toast with bacon?
Yeah.
Because that's one I like quite a lot.
French toast with bacon or an omelette with bacon.
Oh, omelette with bacon. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's see. Dragok says, I really do have to go now, and damn it, Jen, behave, woman. I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but Jen's just shouting, never! John says, I believe her, lol. Siphon says, no shame, I've played Corruption of Champions and Trials of Tainted in space. And it's like, it's whatever, man. I'm not going to judge people on what they're into, you know. It's just... It is funny just telling people about how crazy Jen's sort of interest in that kind of thing is compared to me. And a lot of people just turn around and be like, dude, no, what are you playing on Steam? And I'm like, my Steam is not that bad, you know. Like I've said before, like, I think I only have 2 proper H games on Steam. Oh wait, 3, sorry. And they're all meme style ones. There's Koikatsu, which is literally just a character creator. There's what was it? I'm trying to remember now. I'm looking at my list now. Yeah, it's Koikatsu, and then let's see. There's the demo for Taimanin. The other ones are like meme. I swear they're like meme ones. Yeah, Koikatsu Subverse. That was because that's by Studio Foe that do a load of like 3D stuff. But I remember Chan mentioning about it, 4chan, so I deliberately got that. Because I've mentioned before, I browse Chan from time to time, so... and then, what was the other one that I was going to mention? Oh yeah, Orc Massager, because Markiplier played it. That's literally it. I love the way Jen's in the background here going, oh, I need to get that one.
I find them hilarious.
I know you find them hilarious. I know plenty of girls like that somehow, says Sky. What, you mean that... Sky says, I figured that might be the case when I first saw Jen on stream. What, the whole thing of Jen basically has the mind of a dirty old man. Jen. She's laughing here in the background. She just finds it all funny. You're playing innocent.
I like, what is this old man?
Oh, I love that. Look, she sat in the background playing a Disney game on the Xbox and trying to play innocent with the whole thing of, would a dirty old man play a Disney game right now? It's like, strokes chin. In a very suspicious way. Yes, she would, says Sky. Merry Christmas, Jen, says Classic. Keep Moody on his toes. I don't need to be on my toes. I'm already running around like mad. This is just a little bit of a break for me. Because I still need to do... Today, I'm going to do Super Kiwi 64. I still need to do an update on my animation and properly go through that with everybody. Obviously doing this stream. And then later is Back for Blood. But I don't think I'm going to stream Back for Blood, primarily because it's Stu, me, Sean, and Jen. So normally those ones are kind of like private streams where we just chill out. I mentioned this before, it's mainly because of Stu's anxiety. So we normally avoid streaming stuff with Stu in just because he doesn't really like it, so it's fine. Yeah. Oh. Damon says, I have a few banned H games, so it's funny to have and spark a convo. Oh god, yeah. Like, they are funny conversation starters. I think one that I got ages ago, not a H game, but one that I got just as a conversation starter, or really as one that would stop conversations, would be, for anyone that remembers Dead Island. You know, the Riptide version, the collector's edition, with the zombie woman in the bikini? And they sold the top portion of it, where it was like the waist upwards, as a bust that you could get with the collector's edition. If anybody doesn't remember that, go look it up real quick. It caused a massive amount of controversy when it came out. And I remember somebody having a right go at me at the time because of opinions. I'm not going to get into it, but I deliberately was like, yeah, I know they're not going to like this, even though it's literally just a game. So I went out and got it because I found it in a nearby second-hand shop for literally about $10. So I was like, I'll just have it on display if they ever come round, so they'll be look at it and just be like, nah, I'm out, I'm gone, you know? It was nuts. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't remember Dead Island Riptide's Collector's Edition, go look it up. It's literally just a zombie torso in a bikini. And depending on which region you got it in, or where you got it, depends on what the bikini was. So it was like, it was an American flag or a Union Jack one. I can't remember if there were any other versions. But yeah, it was a massive controversial thing because sexism against zombies. I don't know how that works. Yeah, but okay. That's definitely a funny conversation starter and stopper, though.
It's like horribly tacky, but because the whole way was having a look at that first, that it was just kind of a little giggle.
It's horribly tacky as a collector's edition, yeah, but it is hilarious as a result. It's like, dude, well, what are we even doing here, you know? Selling all my money here, or rather all my gold so I can get more money. All these items here. Oh my god, we can get Christmas items. So let's try. Oh my god, I can get a floating snowman. Is that really what? Oh, it's for Noah though. I can get a snowman, candy cane saber for Ingrid, Rudolph Crusher for Murasaki, or Holy Knight for Astaroth. Go on, I gotta do that. Look at how cute he looks. I've seen a French one, says Damon. Interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go in for the snowman there, and then we've got the summer event ones as well. And for anyone that remembers one of the stories that I've said about All Stars Racing Transformed on stream a bunch of times, I'm gonna get the pufferfish ones. Oh, just for the sake of it. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Let's see, what ultimates we've got here. Butterfly Cannon, Karahiko, that one's for Asagi, and then what's that one for? Rinko? Increases speed and critical damage. Okay, so maybe Butterfly Cannon increases speed and crit damage. Let's Yumidori, let's do that one. Blowfish, says John. Yep, quite literally. The ancient story now of tormenting somebody for years just by deliberately sending him blowfish messages. Let's see what we got here. We can get different costumes using this ticket. Just don't know which one to get at the moment because it gives us unlocks to every single one. Which one's that one? That's pretty neat. I don't know whether they give me crit stats or not. Maybe I should have a look. Like, a lot of these costumes are really cool. It's just a case of picking the right one because I can only use it once. It's Ingrid. A lot of these are stuff that's already been in the shop. I just wish that they had some of the more limited ones that they put in the packs where you can only pay for them. It's like, please, come on, for this sort of instance, just make it so they're more available than just having to pay. That one's pretty cool for Shiranui as well. Doo-doo-doo. Ah! I really wish that they would include some of the other ones, because there's a costume for Yukikaze, which is really cool, and Kirara's Halloween one is really cool as well. There's Sakura's one. Don't know why they do this thing with the with some of the theming where they make them like animals. Kind of weird. Is it bad? Is it bad that when I was looking at this one, I saw the tail and went, wait a minute, where's that attached? And then when I saw it attached to the base of the suit at the bottom of the spine there, I was like, oh, okay, that's good. And then just kept scrolling. Oh, god damn it, Dave. I think it's just because of the whole deal with me knowing this is a H series. I was like, oh no, please don't tell me they've done that. You know. Yes, it is bad. It's because it's from a H series. I was like, please hope they've not done that and then just kind of left it in and everybody has to scroll past it and be like, wait, what? Ultra Rare Gadget ticket or Ultra Rare Weapon ticket? Can I... Supporter? And then we've got the weapon one there and the character one. John says it's fine. So yeah, I've got the rest of these. What's that? Increases damage in squad by 50%? No, sorry, 20% was that? Oh, nice. Increases HP by 20%. That one. Complete a dispatch mission immediately. Use the same character. Okay. Ooh, let's get rid of some of these items. Here, let's go. At least there isn't a skin that covers them in glue, says David. Or paint. Corsair's laughing in the background here. So let's see. Can I awaken? No. John censored himself there. Or rather, he put the face pointing to the side and then Susan censored him. Let's do affinity-wise. How far am I up the gauge here? If I do that, I get another emblem kit. But if I do it with anybody else, I think... Yeah, I'll get gems. 40 gems for being level 5 there. Jeez, that's cool. Micah, what's Micah at? Ah, not even level 4 there. Sagi. Almost level 5. Sakura. Ah, I'm trying to get gems out of this so I can get Momochi. Because otherwise I'll have to wait till after Sunday, I believe, to get her. It's either that or I do more of the gacha. Siphon, if you're still in here, how's everything going with you? Not talked to you in a while, so... Sakura is best girl. She's got a really good design. Like, a lot of the characters are really nicely designed, but I don't know what it is about Sakura, but she just comes across as having a really cool design. Can't quite put my finger on it. Corsa says, I was at a work Halloween party with a friend of mine dressed up as a Fox Girl, like characters, so calling me surprised when I pulled her talk to tease her and she went straight red in the face. Even wore out when I twisted it around. That's a oh my moment. We can only give 5 of these items to a character per time, so I'm just trying to... There we go, get gems out of this. Like, if we can get easy gems out of these characters, then we're good. Oh, we can do that there, I think. Some of these level up the characters better than others, so I guess we can see which ones. So that's 1. That's not going to work. Cancel. That one. Maybe that one, and then... There we go. That's another 20 gems. Siphon says, I've been well. Got a new gaming laptop this year. Pretty nice. Unfortunately, I have to get a new car next year. Oh, nice. Hope the car's good. Damon says, oh no, to Corsair. Corsair says, pulled her tail to tease her and she went red in the face. Oh no. And that's a work party? That's definitely interesting as a choice to take to a work party. I imagine that might have been a derf from somebody. Do this, it's okay, it's fine as long as nobody pulls it, right? Next moment. Yeah, somebody pulled it. Oh boy. Hope she got sacked, says Jamin. No. Hope nobody found out. Hope nobody found out, and it's just a case of, it's a learning experience of, I'll never do that again. Oh, I'm just short there.
Oh, but.
Okay, so I've got to... Let's see, some of the other characters here. Start with... Let's do that. I'm out of items now. Corsa says, me and her were pretty chill. She just whispered what it was. I went red in the face and said, I'm so sorry. She was a freaky one. Yeah, sounds like it. Sky says, I need to figure out the concept for Virtue Kit Bash. Oh, what's the what other suits are you planning on kit bashing with? See what else complete. Dude, I need more. I need like 30 or so more gems to get Momochi, so then I can get some of these. Here, like, getting those gems would be really good. Don't think I can carry this on now. Sky says, no idea. See what we can do, because don't think I can get anything else right now. It's either I get Momochi or I get one of these other character costumes. Like the Christmas Pyro, definitely for Micah looks really good. But I think it's a limited time one. Oh, I can take the hat off. Wait, what's the difference there? Oh, I see. I see what the difference is. That red is shiny. That red isn't. Hey, Shinju! Dave is flirting with ninjas and demons. You might either feel Jen's wrath or she will complete in the flirting. Comedy gold either way. Oh, she'll compete in the flirting. Sorry. I read that wrong. Oh, you can actually change Shiranuri's haircut. That's cool. This guy says, so basically changing the back units for missiles and maybe a gat. Ooh. She looks like a train conductor in black, says Damon. John says, cough, cough. Keep in mind, I was young and had no idea such things existed, says Corsa. I bet that was an interesting way of finding out. Yeah, there's nothing else I really want here. Right. Get that one. What, the train conductor one? Or which other one? Because we've got... I'll open the store again. Holy Mother sounds about right for that costume, because Holy Mother, look at that cleavage, says Shinju. Oh, they are limited time as well. They only come back at Christmas. So what do you guys reckon? I forfeit getting Momochi and instead we get the 2 Christmas costumes? Or... I think they both do 195, which is the same as the Bunny Girl outfit for crit. But they do attack as well. Let's see. Yeah, they do attack. What's the current one? Yeah, I've got 195 attack with Micah's Bunny Girl outfit. That leather pack is insane. What, on the... Oh, this one. The one that the mouse is hovering over. Yes, of course. Isn't that the Lolly's mother? The one with the overgenerously cleavage? Yeah, so Shiranuri is mother to Yukikaze. Hang on. The red one. Get the red one, so Micah's one. Yeah, Shiranuri here is the mother of Yukikaze in terms of storyline. There's one thing that I'm freaked out by Taimanin at the moment. And it's how much, like, the lore goes. Get the pyro costume. I don't know whether it's legit or not, so I'll tell you guys here. Like, no joke. Sometimes I'll go look up the wiki because I don't know things about these characters. So for, like, when I'm telling you information about these characters on stream, I'll just go to the Taimanin wiki to look up information that I don't already know. And... The reason why I say the lore goes hard, or rather, it gets crazy, and this is probably going to be mind-blowing for you guys as well. I don't even know if it's legit or not, so somebody is going to have to help me here. Because, no joke, when I say... You know, like when we get videos off Wiki, and Wiki goes hard on Gundam and says, you know, like, interesting things like how certain parts of Gundam are way more interconnected and interesting. And Wiki's at least a trustable resource for that kind of things. That's why I like those videos that he does, because he backs it up with receipts. The Taimanin stuff, you can't back up with receipts, so literally the lore is insane, because I can go to the wiki, and it'll be like, so anyway, after the Taimanin storyline, Sakura and one of the other characters have a child, and the child is this other character from a completely different series, which is for, like, kids of like 6+ and upwards who happens to be a superhero, and then they say, and then that is linked into say like part of Godzilla lore or something crazy, and there's some sort of super robot stuff in there as well, and I'm looking at it all, and it's all tied together with like a load of other things from Japan, and it, like, I swear I looked at the creators behind some of the Taimanin entries, and it wasn't just noted down as the actual H company, it was like Sunrise and Bandai are in there as well, and I'm like, what is going on here? I can't even figure out whether the wiki has been invaded by people and they've done that just to troll, or whether it's legit. I will have to show you later on at some point on the Discord, like none of the H stuff obviously, but at least just samples of this, because no joke, it drives me insane, because I look at this stuff and I'm like, okay, this is cool. At least I know at a base level about this series and how nuts it can get. And then you see that stuff where it goes off the rails and goes into all kinds of other things, and I'm like, is somebody messing with me here, or is it really like this? Because I feel like I'm going insane right now. You know, there's no way Sunrise is in on this. You gotta be trolling me. That's exactly how I feel, you know. Like, no joke, I don't even understand it. Let's see. Secret Garden looks interesting. Oh, from the store. We'll go back to this for a moment while I'm trying to decide on whether it's legit or not. No idea. Literally know nothing about this game, other than the girls in it tend to have overinflated chests, says Sky. Not just the lore. We're getting crazy lore videos from you, Dave, on Taimanin, says Shinju. Oh boy, that would be heavily censored. Dave's Taimanin lore video series when... Asagi's armor. Right, so hang on. Let me give you a sample of this. We'll leave the shop open in the background, and I'm literally going to open Steam's web browser and find and quote a Wikipedia page, and then I'll post the wiki stuff later on. So let's try Taimanin. Oh crap, spelt it wrong there. Taimanin Sakura for a laugh. Because I quoted that one. So there we go. So what ends up coming up is, first is a Taimanin fandom, and then the second link is the Maho Kaijo series fandom, and I'm not sure whether this is made up or not, but it always ends up coming up. I'm like, okay, so I'll click that one, right, and I need to do more research into this, but it comes up, and it's got all the usual stuff that you'd expect for the series in terms of detailing the character, and it all seems to be correct, right? And then as we're going down, it mentions, you know, like a different age and everything, what she actually is. It mentions about her entire family and has everything linked. And then it starts detailing other things. Like there's one, it's already mentioning, where is it, relationships with somebody else. The person that it mentions, it's Mei Merihada, and then it links into Taigaya versus Senryu Kaku, and I'm like, what's that? So I click that, and apparently this is a anime that takes place in 2030. Japanese anime film, the 13th installment in the Maho Kaijo series. It's gotta be. I'm just reading some of these names here. Some of it looks like it's trolling. You know, it looks like part of it is trolling, but it's like, what? Yeah, it's gotta be trolling here. I'm looking at it and none of these dates match up or anything for this website. What is going on with this then? What is going on with this site? Because it drives me crazy because you've got the original Taimanin wiki, and then this, I don't even know what it is. What the heck is this wiki? Let's have a look. This wiki is a series of... No, sorry. Maho Kaijo series is a series of Japanese animated kaiju movies released from 2019 to 2031. What? First film was Shin Gamera. Let's see. I swear, man, if this is just one big troll, it's going to have me just laughing my head off. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's just said there, disclaimer. There we go. It's one big troll. Thank God. Thank God that's one big troll. Now I know not to look at that. I don't mind. I'm happy to admit getting trolled for that kind of thing on stream. It's just, beforehand, I did not see that, and oh my god, it was making me crazy. Like, let's have a look at the actual Taimanin one now and see what's going on here. I'm going back to the Taimanin wiki on stream just so I can make sure I'm not going absolutely mad, because that wiki has come up so many times, and most of the lore is accurate. It's just had me going absolutely nuts. It genuinely had me going. Yeah, there's the proper disclaimer for this one. Okay. It was like reading Eldritch knowledge. Self-induced madness. Indeed it was. Like, no joke. I'm sat there. Like, you just heard what I was explaining before. No joke. Like, reading all of that stuff repeatedly over and over and over again. Because it's the second link under the normal Taimanin wiki. And you can click it by accident, which I've done. Which is why I was thinking that way, you know, where I'm like, this can't be right. I never saw the actual disclaimer on the main page, because I was always on a character page or something else. So it's there telling me all this other stuff, and it's completely, like, made up. But because I didn't know for ages, it was making me feel like I was going absolutely mental. Oh. I'm just going to stick to the Taimanin wiki in future for this kind of stuff. And make sure I'm on the right one. Jesus. Right, I'll get the Pyro one, because Corsair mentioned it as a request. There we go. So we got Christmas Pyro for Micah. Anyone think I should get Holy Mother for a laugh? Let's read chat here as well. Asagi is Amuro's great-grandmother. I wouldn't be surprised if that was on there, to be honest. I might actually read it for a laugh, because there was one. It was mentioning stuff like Kadakawa at the side for producers and stuff, and I'm laughing in my head going, wait a minute, what? That's not right. It'd be pretty funny if you made a video intentionally made with heavily editing and black bars and beeping all over it says Sky. Wacky and Dave doing a lore on how Taimanin is connected to Gundam. The wiki can be off sometimes due to trolls. No, I was literally just a, the entire wiki was just a troll made up by Fanon. WikiLinks got me before DBZ Super when it was released. Be careful. I learned the Zero Systems AI is a cloned cat. The cat being owned by the family of Relina, says Shinju. Damon says, yeah, get that one. Okay, so we'll spend and get Holy Mother there. So we got both of them there, so we'll change them into Christmas outfits. Has Emily got a Christmas outfit that I actually own? No, we'll keep her in the bunny outfit. I'm not joking on that one, says Shinju. Wait, so that's actually legit? Don't lead me on like this, man. I'm already sensitive to these things because of what just happened. Oh, seriously, that's like that's insane panic laughing there of me being like, wait, what? Seriously? There we go. That looks like a nicer background for the main menu now. It's Japanese, from a Japanese Gundam lore video on Epion. What? I don't even... That moment when my brain just got completely destroyed on stream. Jen's giving me a biscuit to make up for it. Thank you, Jen. Oh my god. It's all aboard the Polar Express, says Damon. Let's see if we can do that one now. If I need to enter the VR, I've got to use the VR items. Where is it? I'm mind broke Dave. Achievement unlocked. Oh, dude. It wasn't just the cat thing. It was because of the Taimanin Wiki thing as well. Like, no... Oh, why am I doing that? I'm on autopilot here right now. Oh, wait a minute. Just realised I've not done the other chapters here. Let's do them as well while we're here. I can continue the brain melting for a little bit longer. Seriously, like, I'm going to read off some of this wiki now for a laugh, just so you guys can see what I actually fell for. Because I was just taking this at face value, and it was absolute insanity. Yeah, let's use these. I'm going to bring up that wiki again. It's nuts. Just reading it, it's going to have you guys laughing at me for how stupid I am for falling for that. But, like I said, because I never saw the disclaimer page, I just took it at face value and went, wait, what? This is a bit weird. Done that. I need to do the hard mode here. Let's pull up that wiki. I just realized I'm playing hard as well, so I'll pull up. Hi, Obero pretending to be a good ninja, says Corsair. She is in certain timelines, because like the easiest way to describe Taimanin is it has multiple timelines in it. Most of them are bad. But yeah, there is a timeline in where Obero is nice. Oh, and isn't a rival to Asagi. Like at a basic level, you can explain Taimanin to somebody as literally a all-female ninja group that just works out of a like a school facility in the mountains, training to defeat demons that appear in the human world for seemingly no reason. That's literally it. But there's obviously another side to that, which then gets into some really, really crazy and nasty stuff. I'm trying to think, like, there would be a funny series to do, like, literally just trying to explain H stuff without actually going into H. Like, I'm trying to think of how you would explain tentacle witches to somebody without mentioning the H part. How the hell could you... I'm trying to think about it in my head, how you would explain tentacle witches without going into H stuff. Sky says, it's much more fun falling into insanity than thinking about a rational explanation. No, it really isn't. Not with Taimanin. Like, this wiki that I fell for, right? It mentions most of the stuff that I mentioned in terms of it being legit, like accurate information, and then all of a sudden it just like goes completely off the rails, and you end up with them referencing stuff like the Kaiju World War, but it has 3 parts to it and it doesn't link to any properly on this wiki, or rather it has no information. Gives you all the quotes and everything how you would normally expect, and all abilities, plus a load of images of just not obviously the H versions. And then I'm trying to remember where the other stuff comes from. Where is it? Family members. There we go. So let's go over the link. So her supposed family member, the son that she has with one of the other characters, the way that it then links in, it all goes down the rabbit hole after this. Because when you click the son's supposed name, Mei Merihara, is one of the main characters from the final arc in the Maho Kaijo series, right? And then it goes into say, is one of the characters in the main characters in the TV anime, Young Braves Brigade, right? So I click that one, and then that goes into something that says it was distributed by Sunrise and Toei Animation, which again had me like, wait, what? Which was then later wrapped into part of the All-Star Taimanin series, and I'm like, wait, what? So I'm looking at this, I'm not noting any of the dates at all, and it's giving links to like everything else and just going absolutely nuts and just trying to link all these Japanese shows and everything together, even if it's H or non-H, and I'm just like, what? Corsa says, huh, didn't know that. Well, Kinky Power Rangers then, is that what Taimanin is? With how I describe it then, kinda? How to explain Oni Chi-Chi without going into H stuff. There's your explanation, bam, says Corsair. It's like trying to describe some of Lilith's other properties, like tentacle witches, prism battleship, or Kuroino. Kuroino would be the worst possible one, I think. Like tentacle witches, you could probably do as a young student finds out his teacher is a witch, and then gets cursed by a student into becoming a demon, and then all of them have to work together to find a cure. That's actually a pretty safe way of describing tentacle witches, which is also accurate. Prism battleship would be... Oh, let's think. I gotta be careful with this one. Trying to think of something that would be like a blurb that you'd see on the back of like a DVD box or whatever, but would be safe, you know, instead of actually explaining it. Will they bring any of those in the game? No, they won't. They won't. There's no hate stuff in the game. They've deliberately said that they're not bringing any of the H stuff because they want to keep this on the store. So this is the actual only version of Taimanin that's safe. I meant the characters. What, from like Prison Battleship or Tentacle Witches? Maybe as like crossover stuff, because they've done it with one of the other games, I think it was RPGX. Either RPGX or there's one other Taimanin game on Steam where it's like a card game where you match cards and you do like mini games and other stuff, and you can unlock most of the, I think it's Lilith properties, so you can get like characters from Tentacle Witches and Space Battleship. You can get those in it as like little cameo characters. So I imagine if they were going to do something like that, they'd do it here, because they've done Anna Rose in this as a cameo character, because Anna Rose is another property, which they've done, which is kind of the same. Like the difference between most of the properties is very minor. Like apparently Prison Battleship takes place in the far future of the Taimanin universe. I'm trying to remember whether Tentacle Witches and Kuroino and Anna Rose is supposed to be part of that or not as well. It's kind of weird. I'm not looking on that wiki just in case it ends up blowing my mind yet again. In the wrong way. Look on the wrong wiki and then end up having my mind completely decimated by somebody's lies and slander. And then I take it for granted because I'm not paying attention, and then next minute I'm like, wait, what? I want to see Sunrise and Katakawa actually make that wiki legit by actually having a hand in producing something like this. That'd be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts. You just know if they did, they'd use a different company name. I wonder, actually, thinking about it, if, you know, the animation teams they use, I wonder whether any have actually worked on stuff that we know for a laugh. Like Gundam or anything. That would be interesting to see if, like, one of the artists or something has worked on both. Just for the sake of a laugh, just to make me not feel like I've gone crazy for, like, the past month or so. Looking at stuff like that on the wiki and then being like, no! Nope, come on now. But yeah, for anyone that's heard me referencing Taimanin and its story in the past, you'll at least know one thing that I've mentioned a bunch of times, and that is that there are no good endings to Taimanin, technically. They're all bad endings. Like, I think it's Taimanin 3, they actually end up ending the entire world and then resetting it at one point. And then that ends up with the, well, it results in this game. Because the idea is that the world completely ends, all the characters get corrupted, and as a result, they reset the universe. Emily is literally heavy arms. Indeed, she is. Funny thing is, I swear she has a Gundam reference for her ability, because it's Zero System, I believe? Let's have a look. Classic says, Moody, you know, I put you in my anime and mini Gundam stop motion with Blender. You're driving the crossbone. It's taking so much time to Kikazaku too. Building, saving my GM. It's so cool so far in Blender with mocap. Hope it's going okay, Classic. Hope it turns out really well. Let's see, what were Emily's skills? There it was. Yeah, there we go, Zero System. So yeah, Zero System, just Emily moves and shoots automatically with it. And then some of the other abilities that we've not used are stuff like Tackle, because it's a close range one. Counter Bomb Trap, where she dodges and drops a bomb. Gravity Hold, where it's just a gravity well that stuns enemies. Ground Shock, where she just slams on the floor with bombs. And then Round Slicer, which is more of a dodge melee counter. And then I don't know what that one is. That one's new, I think. Sends a drone that continuously attacks the area, and it's bugged because it doesn't play the video. Have you played any of the Devil May Cry games? Yes, I have. Some of them not all the way through, but I've played 4. I've definitely played 4 through a couple of times. Played 1, 2, 4. Jen's played 5, 2, and 1, haven't you? So I don't think we've played 3 with Virgil in it.
Not in 3. I got distracted by something else. I need to go back and play it. I know I played.
You need to go back and play it. Okay.
My normal problem of okay. Oh, there's another.
Yeah, the problem we have with games is like we get distracted with certain other ones coming out at the wrong time. So we'll start up a game and then just be like, oh wait, new game come out, and then we'll be playing like 5 games at once. That's why I'm currently playing Five Nights at Freddy's and Bendy at the same time, because like we started Five Nights, and I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. I can play this and not be too overwhelmed by stuff. And then next minute Bendy came out, and me and Jen are both highly interested in Bendy, so it's like, oh boy, now we're playing 2 games. And then Sonic came out as well. It's like, okay, that's 3 games. And then I played, what was it, Super Kiwi, Jen? I'm trying to remember what else I was playing at the same time. I think it was, yeah, Choo Choo Charles came out. It's like, please, stop releasing games so I can actually catch up. That reminds me, Armored Core is getting a new game finally. Yes, it is. Hopefully it's okay, but until they show gameplay, it's a case of just tempering expectations and excitement. Oh, is that Orochi? Oh, no, King of the Death Wraiths? Okay. I'm surprised he's still alive after that. What is he doing? Did he just heal himself or something? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, whoa, 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 that's a wide AoE attack. Or rather, a wide sweeping attack? Doesn't matter, he's dead. It's fine. Bye. He's gone. It's from, so it'll probably just be fine. Yeah, but I mean, like, 10 years of waiting, it kind of gets you on guard a little bit, you know. Especially if you didn't really like 5. If you didn't like 5, then it's kind of, it's best being on guard. Ooh, new missions that I've not seen before. Here's more gems for me to get now. Ooh, sneaking into a military base. I love the way I'm supposed to be sneaking into a military base, and instead they can probably just hear gunfire outside and missiles going everywhere. I think that's one thing that I find most interesting about this, is the whole deal with, like, every other person in this is either a demon or a ninja or a mix of both, and Emily is just a scientist-style soldier that has an ability for doing, like, healing, being a medic, and instead the technology she has is what allows her to fight on par with everybody else. Because they mention it in one of the storylines for Emily, because she's a game-exclusive character, from what I know. When you complete her affinity thing with her, so you can see her extra scenes, her extra scenes literally just detail about how she gets stuck in a sewer level with a bunch of zombies and has to turn off a floating wheelchair gun thing so that she can reserve the battery power for it. Because she can't do anything without it. John. No, in this, no. I haven't played 5 since Sakib. I've only played the ones on PS2. Okay, so Armored Core 2 through Last Raven, and then Demon X Machina. So yeah, 5 wasn't particularly the best. I'm gonna have to, like, play it at some point to show you guys why, because if you've seen me play AC4 recently on stream, it's totally different to that, and it's kind of that whole situation with, like, GB3 versus NGB. You know, it's like, you'll get to see what that's like, but from an AC player's perspective, you know. It's familiar, and yet it's not, and it's really weird as a result. We're just skipping through all these missions now, just getting all the easy gems here. Hey, Yukikaze. Just completely obliterating everything inside the space here. For some strange reason, it kind of reminds me of Metal Gear 5. Oh, we gonna go inside the base? I just noticed there's enemies with military camo on here as well, the exosuits. Hey, oh wait, Obero's animation has been changed? Yeah, Obero's intro animation has been totally changed. She used to fly in from above and then land, and instead she does like a backflip onto the screen and then dies. I love the way if I click through it quickly like that, it seems so harsh of me. It's like, hi Obero, and she's back. She's just gone. She's like, hi, bye. I love the way she looks like she's after a rematch. It's like, there's no way I'd lose to you. It's like, just come here again for a second. Just point all of Emily's guns at you and see whether that works. Hey Dave, I found the voice actress called Sakurai Harumi who voiced Yuri from Angel Beats. Also voices characters from Bishoujo Hiroyuki. Interesting. Seriously, I'm half tempted to start looking at like who's been in H stuff, and then what other work they've done, and whether it's part of anything else that we know. Because it'd be so funny if it ends up crossing over with Gundam, because then I'd be like, oh wow, this is interesting. For a moment there, I was going to say, wait a minute, didn't we have a boss fight? And then I completely overlooked the fact that Ingrid had come in, tried to defend, and instead got completely obliterated. Oh, here we go. It's Astaroth. Everybody's just appearing out of nowhere here. I'm actually going to leave this on though because it's actually a pretty cool cutscene. That's going to be Rinko, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's black. The jiggle physics look really funny. They'll be over-exaggerated. Hey! So Black's here? Do we get to fight him as an enemy? So, obviously for anyone that's not in the know with Taimanin or anything that's related to it, like the wider universe that is related to Taimanin, Edwin Black there, he's basically always the main bad guy of everything. He's like the Thanos of Taimanin, but he's a vampire. He's like a ridiculously overpowered vampire. Wonder whether we're gonna actually get to fight him here or not. John says, all I see is booba. Susan's probably going to wreck me again for one of these streams, because she doesn't like anything like this. Oh, it is! There he is. Okay, so... oh, let's do the usual thing and open with a full blast and see whether he survives it. Oh, no. Of course he doesn't. Bye. I love the way he came in all badass and was like, yeah, I think I have my ultimate ability here. Let's just shoot him with everything. And now it's trying to advertise the gold farming character again. It's like, so anyway, you can get more gold if you want. Yeah, that's nice and everything, but still have to do these on normal as well. Done all of those on hard, so we'll do these on normal. Get some more gems. The lady who voices Pikachu also does H stuff. Wait, what? Hang on, let me see. Let's try having a laugh and do let's do Japanese voice cast for Gundam. Let's see. Okay. I love the way Emily's doing this in the background while I'm looking up voice casts. Classic says, here's $30. Here's a gift card for you. Hope to play some more GBO 2 with you sometime. Plus, did you hear about the anime Spider Riders might make a new game for it? No, I've not heard about that. It's not a rumor, just keeping my eyes out for it. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Classic. Let's see. I'm just having a look here on I don't think this stuff would come up on IMDb. I'm just having a look here. No, couldn't find anything interesting like that. Maybe I'll have to have a look around properly later on. And away we go. Emily just blitzing through absolutely everybody here. My anime list is a good site for this, says Damon. Oh, I'll have to check it out in a bit and see what little tidbits I can find. It might be fun to just see what crazy things might come up. That reminds me, what's the... Okay, might have to get food in a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll do this last mission, and then I'll call it so we can get food. Because I like having food early, so then I can do all the other stuff that I said I was going to do this evening. Because I'm still going to do the video that I said I was going to do as an update for the animation, and I've still got to play a little bit of Super Kiwi 64. So I want to see where that's going, because it's strange that it doesn't have like a story or anything else to it. So I just want to see if progressing does anything for it. John says burger. Probably not a burger. Probably see what we've got in and have something easy, to be honest. No, I'm alright, Jeff. We don't need burger. I'm good. What was that text on that box in the background then? I saw something and it looked really weird. Right, anyway, people. I'm going to call it there for the time being, primarily just because of needing food. So I'll see you in a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed. I've had a good laugh with you all, as usual. I'll see you on either the next stream or in the next video. I appreciate you sticking around and spending time with me, so yeah. I'll see you later on. Thank you very much. Bye!